Hi, my name is Robert. This video is designed to give you step-by-step detailed instructions on completing the task at hand. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to safely and easily use these Strut spring compressor. Normally used with the McPherson type struts. They're an assembly unit like this. This is really an easy task. It's very safe. I have no idea why people are afraid of or concerned with using these. So let me show you how I do it safe and easy. Here's a couple of my safety tips in using these. One, you want to lock your pins in so that they don't bounce out of the springs. Two, you retract these sides down together. Three, you don't get your tools trapped in the parts on the strut. And four, whenever you go to remove them, you remove them evenly, turning one side 5 times, the other side 5 times. Just go back and forth. And then for an extra bonus, like I said, I lubricate the screws in them so that they do not bind up and they're easier to turn in there. You can purchase these for about 50 bucks, or you can rent them from one of your auto part stores. These came from O'Reilly's as a loaner tool. You give them a deposit, they loan them to you, you take them back in a couple of days, they give you your money back, and they're really easy to use. Before I get started, to make it a little easier, I normally put a little bit of lubrication on them. They rub under there, so I'll take some WD-40 or something, spray a little bit on there, spray a little bit on the threads of the screws, and then I'll put them on my strut assembly after I remove the strut assembly from the vehicle, which you could see in the linked video in the description area. Put one spring compressor on each side of the strut. You push the pins in. That'll make it lock in place, and then you screw the slack out of the spring compressor. You can do it by hand or whatever. You should not use impact tools on these because it can damage them, I believe. I do use my electric ratchet on them, but not an impact. I don't have any problems using electric ratchet on them. Go ahead and screw these down and make sure your screws clear parts of the assembly. And once you get them screwed down, I'll show you what's next. Take the slack out of the screws. Double check your tool to make sure it'll clear the strut parts. This is the strut bearing. This is the spring seat. And you want to make sure your tools will clear both sides of them and not rub against the parts there. Now that I have it set in place, I'm going to put my tool on here. You could use your ratchet. I think it's okay to use your electric ratchet wrench. And I'm going to tighten this side down 5 complete turns with the tool. The tool's there like that. I'm going to put my electric ratchet on there. Turn it. Let it turn 5 full times. There it is, 5. Now I'm going to go on the other side and turn it 10 times. And then I'll come back on this side and turn it 10 times. Then I'll come back on the other side and turn it 10 times. Until I see the spring come off of the strut assembly down here on the bottom. Under where this tool is. Where is that at? Spring will come out. Well, heck, it's way down over here. So I'm going to crank this around 5 times on the first side. Then I'm going to come over here, go 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 from side to side until the spring comes loose from the parts. It'll be compressed so much. Just to be careful your tool don't get bound up or you don't get it stuck. You want to turn your strut bearing like that so you don't trap your socket. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to turn that thing over this side so it don't get stuck. Now I'm going to turn this one 10 times. Now I look and the spring is off of the strut. Now I could take this nut loose with a 21 millimeter and I could use an impact on that. Then I will lift that off. Then there's a cross nut under here that I'll remove. Then I'll lift the spring off, and those springs will be perfectly safe in these compressor tools. Took that nut off and that disc off the top. Now I have to take this cross nut off here. Then I'll be able to lift these parts off of this spring. There is a special socket set used to get this cross nut off of here, but you could put a proper size hex or cross or star T in there, put a pipe wrench on it like this, set it up like that, use it as a breaker, pipe wrench or a large crescent wrench on there, break this loose. This nut really doesn't have to be that tight. It's just like a safety nut. I normally barely torque that thing on there, but anyway, once you get that off and get this back off of here, you unscrew that. You take your spring seat off, which this one is damaged, and then you lift your spring up over your strut. And you're good to go to put your stuff on your new strut or do whatever you want to do about putting new springs on. You can take those loose, just turn them 5 turns each side, or turn one side 5 turns and the other side 10, then 10, then 10, 10, 10, 10, until you can get your tools back off, because they'll be extended again. I'm going to take these off because I'm not rebuilding these struts. Those are actually lowering springs, so I didn't have to compress them much. You always want to put your spring compressors on before you take off your top nut, because like on this one, when I pulled off the top nut, it also pulled this nut off. If I wouldn't have had the springs compressed, this would have came apart on me. Got any questions? Let me know. Thanks for watching. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.